Hey everyone, welcome back to your favorite pirate crew. Today we're going to be talking about Katakuri teaching Luffy how to use his awakened fruit. If you'd like to see more about One Piece on our channel, please leave your thumbs up and subscribe to join our pirate crew. But pirates, before we continue with the video, I ask that you already subscribe to our channel. That way you can join our pirate crew, earn a devil fruit, or master your favorite Haki. It'd be a great deal of help to our crew, or this division of it, if you left your like, thumbs up in today's video so that we together can become Yonkos. Finally, let's continue with today's video. We know that using an awakened fruit is not as easy as it sounds. In fact, the very existence of someone consuming a fruit that they may be able to awaken is not that easy to find. Controlling an Akuma no Mi completely is really difficult and takes a lot of time and training. The same applies to learning how to use its awakened form, which is usually much more powerful, but takes much more effort. That said, Luffy himself, who first awakened, even managed to be able to use Gear 5, but will this be able to hold true for the next few times? It would be quite interesting if someone experienced in the field could teach him. But who? Well, let's talk about this in today's video, shall we? Charlotte Katakuri is the second son and third child of the Charlotte family, and the older triplet brother of Dafuku and Oven. He's also one of Big Mom's 3 sweet pirate commanders and serves as the flower minister of Totoland, ruling Kamugi Island. Due to his actions and role, Katakuri is the secondary antagonist in the second half of the Whole Cake Island arc. He, alongside his younger siblings, Charlotte Brûlée and Charlotte Oven, become allies of the Redhead Pirates and the Straw Hat Pirates during the One Piece film Red. During the Tea Party, Katakuri was a major obstacle to Monkey D. Luffy's efforts to facilitate Bedge's assassination plot, as he tried to stop Luffy from exploiting Big Mom's weakness. After Luffy and his group escaped the castle, Katakuri led a pursuit team after them, vowing to eliminate Luffy personally before he became a threat to his mother, and later insisted on staying on the Straw Hat's ship to ambush them, just in case they had escaped his mother. After Luffy dragged him into the mirror world to stop him from preventing his friends from escaping, the two fought each other in a terrible confrontation. Initially, Katakuri was patronizing and informative about Luffy's many efforts to defeat him. Although he believed that Luffy had no chance of defeating him, he developed some kind of respect for Luffy when he commented on Luffy's skill in his dodging that resorted to Katakuri using his awakened powers. Although he claimed that he was not underestimating Luffy, he failed to finish Luffy off before delighting in his sweets. However, after Luffy interrupted his snack and exposed his face as well as his sloppy eating ways, Katakuri regretted not making sure Luffy was dead. Enraged, Katakuri resumed his attempt to silence Luffy forever. However, in his anger, Luffy was able to hit him, and Katakuri defied Luffy's claim of discovering his weakness. When Luffy briefly gained the upper hand, Katakuri's respect for him seemed to grow, as he praised Luffy for being able to hurt him and commented that he understood how he was able to overcome his younger brother Cracker. However, after he stopped Luffy's attacks, he vowed not to allow him to gain the upper hand again. When Luffy withdrew from the battle due to the time limit of his Gear 4, Katakuri chased after him, not wanting to let him escape. But Luffy managed to escape the mirror world before Katakuri could catch him. While he was resting, Luffy declared his intention to overcome Katakuri and then return to face him again, as the latter was impressed by his bravery. He also seemed quite concerned about Luffy's potential, as he was shaken by the idea of the latter reaching his Haki level and tried his best to finish the fight quickly. As they fought, Katakuri's opinion of Luffy would eventually grow with respect into a rivalry. Even though he wanted to finish Luffy before he could become a threat, Katakuri wanted to defeat him with honor, as shown when he disproved of Flampy's meddling and even injured himself to make the fight more. He even apologized to his enemy for his sister's actions when he used Hayoshoku Haki to knock out Flampy and his subordinates as punishment. As they resumed the battle, Katakuri told Luffy that he no longer saw him as below his level. At the end of the confrontation, Katakuri failed in his promise to kill Luffy when Luffy defeated him. Afterwards, Katakuri briefly got up to talk to Luffy, who told him that he would return to defeat Big Mom and become the Pirate King. And Katakuri, believing Luffy, wished him good luck on his dream before losing consciousness. Upon being defeated, Luffy showed some respect to his downed opponent by covering his mouth with his extra hat before leaving. After Brûlée informed him that Luffy had escaped from Totoland, Katakuri smiled at the news. As one of the 3 sweet commanders, Katakuri's authority in the Big Mom Pirates is second only to his mother's, and as Totoland's flower minister, he holds authority over Kamugi Island. In battle, Katakuri is a very powerful fighter. His tremendous bounty of 1,057,000,000 shows how dangerous he is considered by the world government, and Capone Bedge of the infamous Worst Generation has also declared him a monstrous threat. According to his crewmates, Katakuri is the strongest of the 3 sweet commanders, the strongest of Big Mom's children in general, and thus the most capable member of his crew besides Big Mom herself. Daifuku even stated that if Big Mom were to die, Katakuri's abilities would make him the most worthy to succeed her as captain of the Big Mom Pirates. Katakuri has been called a monster for his strength since he was a child, and until his first defeat against Luffy, he said he never lost a single battle throughout his life. His long and perfect winning record described by Oven as legendary. Furthermore, Katakuri is stubborn, as he withstood a blast of Hayoshoku Haki from Big Mom long enough to remain standing to help his brothers. Katakuri ate Mochi Mochi no Mi, a special paramecia type Akuma no Mi that allows him to create, control, and transform his body into Muchi at will. Moche. His Moche is extremely thick and adhesive, allowing him to trap extremely strong enemies with it, although it loses its effectiveness when exposed to liquids. He often uses these abilities in melee combat, spouting several mochi tentacles on his body to act as extra fists or legs. He can imbue these tentacles with Bozushoku Haki to deliver extremely powerful punches and kicks. He's also able to enlarge his mochi limbs to a gigantic size and stretch them out to increase their attack range. By concentrating and compressing the mochi into a single fist, Katakuri is able to deliver punches of devastating power. Katakuri can transform his body like a Logia user to avoid attacks, as shown when he transformed it to Mochi upon being hit by Capone Bege's bullets, and with the help of his advanced Kinbonshoku Haki, he is able to manipulate his body structure to avoid attacks imbued with Haki and remain unharmed. He is also very creative when using his fruit, and he created Mochi earplugs to protect himself and his siblings from the sound of Big Mom's scream, and also used Mochi to connect and disable the cannons of Bege's Big Father Fortress. Katakuri has also mastered his Akuma no Mi powers to the point of awakening his Akuma no Mi, allowing him to turn nearby inorganic material into Mochi, greatly increasing the range of his attacks and allowing him to use the environment to his advantage. When we analyze his abilities in relationship with Luffy, we realize that it would be quite interesting, now that Big Mom has been defeated and the Straw Hat has gained his trust, if something unexpected were to happen. Katakuri is an excellent fighter and masters his skills like no one else. So, if we think that Whole Cake could become an ally of the Straw Hats instead of a future enemy, considering that most of the people there respect, or almost respect, the protagonist gang. What if it happened that Luffy and Katakuri trained together? Instead of Shanks, Garp, or even Rayleigh helping Luffy master his Gear 5, his most powerful transformation yet, why not Katakuri himself, a character that practically everyone likes and has seen his change throughout the episodes of One Piece. It would be cool and a different plot, and it would also allow us to see other sides of Katakuri's character that we still don't know. It would also give us the opportunity to see what also might be happening with Pudding herself, now that we know that she's been kidnapped by Blackbeard's gang. It would just be a trigger for the future fight between the two pirates who are in search of the One Piece treasure. But what about it? Would you find this opportunity interesting? Would you like to see Katakuri and Luffy interacting again? Leave your opinion in the comments, but we already know what it's gonna be, and we're glad that you're agreeing with us. But seriously, we'd love to read it. That's it, my Straw Hat Pirate. I really hope you enjoyed this video, and if you have any suggestions for a future video, don't forget to comment below, because I'll be reading them all as I always do. Also, don't forget to leave a like if you enjoy the video, and be sure to subscribe and ring the bell so you don't miss out on any content from your pirate crew.